Hi there, I'm John, aka Graffiti, and I'm a 3D environment artist in the games industry. This video series shows my approach to environment art creation with the ArtStation challenge brief Beyond Human. Each video is a live stream capture and doesn't contain any music. I suggest putting some on, increasing the speed of the videos and playing them in the background while doing some of your own work. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to see me create environment art live, please tune into my Twitch channel. You can also follow me on social media. Enjoy! Right, so I've got a list of things remaining here. So it's got 9 things on it, and hopefully some of them will be really fast, some might not be so fast, but before, when I got in from work and before I did the stream, I kind of got some more decals on for this wall, and then did the same down here, and then just put those in other places just for in case I wanted to do other shots. Yeah, I also kind of blocked out that alleyway there and that alleyway there, so if I did have any shots I could kind of just ping them straight across and it'd be fine. I just need to remember to expand the road and pavement, perhaps. Yeah, so I'm just going to crack on with my list and yeah, tick things off as we go, and I think hopefully we'll be able to get some submission images out of the stream tonight, and then if I can do that I will compile my post and submit it by the end of the week, which would be, I'm not going to lie, a load off my mind. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, so dirty signs is on the list, and sorry, eating biscuits at the same time. Hey, how you doing, Major? I just caught up on the Discord general, you and Loadout, you and Andy. Yeah, fancy having Ben Bolton reply on your whatchamacallit. That's pretty awesome. And I think what Loadout was saying was good as well, that you're actually, taking on the feedback and delivering. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, this is signs, and I want to, hold on, what's this? Okay. Makes no difference. If I duplicate this and can't really change that, that's annoying. That's alright though. Here we go. Okay, well that's definitely a lot dirtier. So let's just whack those in. Signs. Hey Automac, how you doing? At first I thought it was wearing a wig. Hey ladsies, how you doing? I actually don't know what I look like at the moment. Oh, I suppose I've just got a hoodie on. It's a little chilly on the back of the neck. I mean, I could treat you to actually what I'm wearing, the Kigu. It's pretty damn cozy. Right, signs, just need to re-import this one. Ah, better already. When it loads, it's loading. Yeah, I think that's much better. What's it like in the concept? Maybe there's slightly more contrast in this one. So you can still see the colours a bit more. Wrong one. Export. A bit better actually. Yeah. Cool. See, that's one thing on the list done already. Right, knock in some meshes. So this is in relation to that sign. Oh, I've got that down, that's good. And a car, maybe in the dumpster. No, we'll leave it. Ooh, but hold on, this dumpster needs to have decals on it. So, let's do that. Maybe you could help me. Yeah, hi Action, how you doing? Maybe you could help me out here with the polygon thread, but the newest thing is all about lighting and how you should know what you kind of want beforehand. If not, shoot with a photo camera or something, I have no clue. So I think it's just what are you aiming for? You know, have you got a reference picture for the lighting you want to achieve? And then just try and match that as much as you can. So in a way, for me, I'm trying to match my lighting as close to Helio's stuff as possible. So I'm using his image as reference, because it means something like that. That's how I'd interpret it. More, I need, which one's that? So it doesn't tell me, 2. So if I grab this one, That's it. I'll leave it like that. There are some bits on the side, so maybe I can grab this one. Is that the one I want? No, it's the one next to it. It's this one. Yeah. Like I got some reference shots, but no, I want this to post at point. I can't see so many topics with cool stuff and no comments answers there. Oh, action, do you mean on Twitter or something like that? Catchy titling. With the an online Udemy. So far, more concentrated on the game workflow. So, knows me. Hey Rusty, how you doing? Yeah, lads, you just have to stick at it. Unfortunately, there isn't, a fix-all thing, but sometimes you do get that, as what's his face action is saying. Sometimes you do get that. Oh, I understand what's happening now. I totally get it. That moment, and it is suddenly all the pieces falling into place. That will do it. Yeah, that'll do. Yes, yes, it did, Rusty. And thank you for your comment, your reply to that creative streaming post, because it's it's one thing for me to write about what I've learned, but it's another thing like to someone else read it and say it's a good thing. So yeah, thank you for that. I've only got one blueprint. Well, I did have two. I did have the wire one. I put the link to, I think it's called Dan something, on YouTube, but if you go into my whip thread, the link's in there somewhere. And that's like a dragging a tube out with curves. But the only other one I've got is this dumpster, which, oh no, sorry, I've got two. One's that neon sign thing in the background, but yeah, so this, so essentially, all I've done, I've just got an actor class and put the base in, put the lid in, put the debris in, and it just means that when they're all like this, I can then move the lid in, in the editor, and everything will stay together, so I can open and close the lid. So it hasn't got anything else on it. I'm thinking maybe to dial this in a bit. probably worth sticking this kind of thing on a dumpster down here as well. First time substance designer was really scary. Could make a rotation variable in it and make it editable, right? Ladsies, see right there, I'm out of my depth on blueprints. I have no idea about them. I only know that you can combine meshes in it, in a blueprint to, you know, like I did with the dumpster, so everything exists in the same place, but I don't know much more than that. You might have to teach us. Well, Rusty, I'm not sure if Twitch will auto-host the last night's one, because it was 6.5 hours long. Last night was killer. But what I will be doing in the near future, so after I've submitted it, after I've had a bit of downtime, I will edit all the videos together and post them on YouTube, probably, you know, like 2-hour clips, just to, you know, keep them short and manageable. So you'll be able to, and I'll, you know, do all the writing for them so that you know what's in each video and that kind of thing. So yeah, I will let you all know though, and I'll sort out the Discord a bit more. Oh, and also for those of you who weren't here last night, this face might, well, I say might, is going to become one of the emotes. The nonplussed face. And then we'll probably, I think we're going to have one that's Brill and one that is Pipes, obviously. So yeah, I will think about all of that and get all of that in at some point as well, which hopefully will be pretty cool. And actually, I've just realised I could, so in Helio's concept, he's got colour in his debris, and I thought, oh, I need to do something like that. So what if I just grab this decal that I've made just before the stream, put it 90 degrees, probably make it long and thin, and then on the floor make it so this can't receive decals. No, I think it might be a bit too obvious actually, this. No, having said that, that's not. Might just have to be subtler. That's not too bad. Massive cheat though. I think after last night, I've literally been running wild with these decals because I can't believe how, you know, powerful they are in Unreal. It's pretty awesome. Actually, that's worked surprisingly well. So just having that colour, I mean, it might be very subtle for you to see on this, but just getting a bit of red and whites, blues just coming out of things, which just kind of helps it feel a bit more like rubbish. And I think I might just put some in the foreground here and then I'll leave that. I do think, yeah, I agree, Action, that the documentation for Unreal is excellent. You know, for if you've never come to it before, it's a great. It is a great, the documentation is fantastic. Sorry, I'm just, but I do think sometimes it's kind of like, oh yeah, you just do this. And you're like, I've just done that and it doesn't work. And that's sometimes frustrating. But yeah, there's not very much that can be done about that. And I think you're going to get that in things regardless, I think. Okay, that's fine. To the top. It's kind of weird, it's like I wasn't, so before yesterday's stream I was kind of like, yeah, this is going in the right direction, but it's just not there yet, and then as soon as we got those decals in, it's just really started popping, and I'm actually quite chuffed with what I've done, to be honest. I know there's things that could be improved still, but yeah, feeling pretty good. Not bad, seems though I've had only 4 hours sleep. Don't know anything about decals. Check it out. Ooh, ladsies. Well, I can. What I might do if people want it is I could do quick explanations of things that I learnt in this project, and decals being one of them, but Loadout knows about them as well. Just make sure you save your images out as 32-bit TGAs, taggers, and also make sure you've got an alpha, something in the alpha as well, and then it should work fine. Everything's really good explained, and if not, yes, the forums are good, yeah. Is it worth to learn do projects in Unreal, Unity and CryEngine, or is it enough to pick one engine? Just pick one. I mean, I'm quite interested in Unity, just because looking at Martin's stuff, this scene, he's done a really good job. And actually, what I didn't know is Marika, who also did the scene, did it in CryEngine. So it's kind of like Martin did it in Unity, Marika did it in CryEngine, and I've done it in Unreal. And you can, I think from all them, you can kind of get similar results, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think just kind of stick to one, and then it's like software. They all do the same thing, it's just the way they do them. It just does it in different ways. So when you know one, it's going to be quite easy, well, hopefully, to move from one engine to another. Yeah, it's definitely brought more life to the scene. Still got a bit to go, so I'll stop rambling and crack on again. Because I didn't do anything on the list there. One thing I want to do is the neon sign colours are all fine apart from the bank ones. I need to make them white and that more blue. So I'm just going to open the what will it be under? Sign neon. Sign neon. Okay, you're just going to go through the FBXs, great. No, that's not it. Right, close that. I'm just going to have to search for this, I think. Name, type, PNG. Oh, in fact, sorry, I'm going about this the wrong way. I can just look in here. That signs neon 2 base color. That's the one I need. Signs neon 2 base color. Ace, and it's these up here. So okay. Although there we go. And then it's a darker blue for these elements. Something like that. Check out that sign. Right, let's save that. PNG. Save, yes. Okay, and then if we import that, it's just kind of little things which kind of are much better. Although the blue, I suppose it is a neon, but maybe they're not neon. That's I think Sign J, and that uses Science Neon 1. So what if we just grab that material, just here, so what if we put dark on? It's a bit better. So I do need some kind of that's better. Can actually see it now, which is good. Well, it is, lit up a little bit in his. So what, we'll put it on dark and we'll bung it on like 15 or something. So it's not as strong as the others. Although it's now catching the. I think maybe we'll just leave it as, quite low. Yeah, and then just have it kind of subtle. I think that's better. Right, this thing looks stretched, to be honest. Not that you see it, but what's it using? Steel dirty, so this could do with being darker. Yeah, better already. Oh, I do love it when these are quick, fixes. Right, then I was going to. Right, we'll expand the road and move the pavement. So the pavement's kind of more down here. Let's just grab these. Yep. Before we do that, let's just do a save all. Oh yes, and that would be awesome. Can you do a substance designer to you for material creating work for yes, Lazzies, I can do that. That would be quite a cool one, actually. So yeah. What I wanted to do in the future in terms of streams anyway is do kind of more focus streams. So if there's any topics that you want me to cover, and we can cover them in either month periods or in 2-week periods, just to keep it fresh. And so I want things I kind of want to do is like foliage and mech stuff, environment stuff, substance designer, substance painter. I have got a list somewhere. Let's see if I can find it actually. Brain dump. Here we are. So yeah, it's kind of like foliage, stylized stuff. I want to kind of do some cell shading and kind of some level design stuff. Modular sets, sci-fi trim sheets, set dressing, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. So again, once this, project is submitted and I've had a little break, I'll tidy up the Discord and create a, a focus. What do you call it? I know, like a poll or something, and we can. Because really, I want to do stuff for my portfolio, yes, but I also want to help you guys and anyone else out there, with stuff that you might be struggling with. So yeah, if you've got any thoughts on that, then let me know. And I just rambled. Right, the reason I'm selecting all this is so that I can export it. I think you can anyway. Export selected. Projects, Modo, Beyond Human Objects. Street. Buildings. Mission 1. Excellent. So now I can bring that into my scene and we can match up the pavement. All nice. So 3 file open. Aha. Cool. That's pretty ace that it brings them in as instances as well. Right, we'll just convert these to mesh. Grab all of this. Oh, it keeps it all separate as well, even better. Excellent. Let's save. Right, let's group that. Ah, yes, it's all just skew width, that's all. It's just like, what the hell is going on there? Right, then we also need to bring it this way. I think, yes, that is correct. Right, excellent. So now we can just expand all this. So I was gone. Thanks for the compliment. You know what is kind of tricky about public accounts? Some people give contradictory advice to others. Yes, they do, but then that's people's opinions, and it's kind of, you've got to, I suppose. Sorry. Did I not block that off? Yes, I did, but with an alley wall. Right, let's just export these. Yeah, you've got to decipher who you're going to go with, or who do you agree with more is what you should really think about. Because if you don't agree with them, then there's your answer, I suppose. Okay, that's fine. Is that what these are? No, that's what these are. Okay. Probably should have got these ones out. I've got the, is it Born Supremacy or Born Identity in my head? Sorry, I haven't got any music. I will sort that once this is over. But it's that one when he's on the run and you're like, gotta keep going. It's quite good for working. Now, which one is it? It's you. case. Okay, so got some roads in now, which is good. And I'll just check the UVs for this. Hold on, I think I need to look at the lighting UVs, because it might be that it's auto-generating them on import, and that is overwriting the ones that I make, which would make sense a bit. I don't know, I'll have a look at that later. Sorry, just a bit of a mini brainwave there, as I remembered an issue I had before. You can argue that I probably don't need to do this because you don't see it, but if I need to submit additional shots, then it'll be worth putting this stuff in. Huh. No way. Oh, so close. Almost. Come on. Oh well, this has moved on quick. Yeah. Well, for one, I've got no clue what Mr. Ficondra is talking about, so I don't know if I agree or disagree. Second point is, why do people recommend dark and light backgrounds? Okay, looking like this. What face? Always good to take on board other folks, but that doesn't mean everyone suits your own preference. Wait, what's the issue? You're getting modified polygons while exporting your asset. Yeah, I just went AFK for a moment there, missed the issue also. Modified polygons while exporting your assets. Oh, so basically, if I load up, where am I? So, for example, this building here, exterior A, if I just get the object, exterior A, okay, so here it is. If we put UVs on and put them to this UV channel, so that's what the UVs look like, for the light and UVs. And then if I go to the same building in here, which is this building here, and we're going to texture 2, this is what the light and UVs look like. So kind of going between the two, they are different. So I was thinking, do I need to, is there a checkbox I need to uncheck for auto-generating Lightmap UVs on import? Because that could be like, I noticed this before, this problem, when I was looking at light and UVs in the first place, but with another asset, but I never really thought about it. But if I've already checked the box for make your own light and UVs on import, and then every time I re-import it, it just auto-generates, then the light and UVs I've laid out and kind of packed properly. Did you remember to, well, that's it. Probably not. And I was just wondering, is there a way of unticking that? Or is it, once it's in, it's in? Asset import data, generate Lightmap UVs. Here we go. So if we just untick that on a lot of things, then so if I untick that, can I save that? Save. So now if I re-import that, and it's still fucked. Great. Hi Sasha, how you doing? Why won't it let me change stuff now? There we go. So now if I go on that again, yeah, that's unticked, okay. So now if I just re-export this mesh, come back in here, re-import it, UVs, UV1, still fucked. Great. Try clicking on your UV channels in UE4. It would just create another UV channel. So if you already created a Lightmap channel in mode, you should still have it, I think. May just need to change what. Ah, okay, so it could be. Oh, no, it's only giving me 2. So 1 and 2. Yeah, it's only giving me. Oh man, unless there's something I can do in here. Ah, so that was the same thing, okay. That's sort of annoying. I've already put it on the list. Right, well, I'll Google it in a minute, Rusty. I'm just gonna carry on for the moment because everything's in and working, so let's just try and get things up to, you know, standard, and then I'll do that. He says making changes that might not be seen. Well, I'm only going around this area, so it's not too bad. Okay, so I want these, I think, yeah. Come on, autosave. That's fine. And then we can just, well, roll this. Into the wall. Here. Save that. Alright, got to sleep. Feeling tired. Nice talking to you. And everybody in the chat, thanks a lot. Will you be streaming tomorrow? No, ladsies, I won't be streaming tomorrow. But I will be submitting this submission in the next couple of days, if not the weekend. Oh, well, actually, it needs to be probably I'll submit it tomorrow or Friday, depending on how tonight goes. See you soon. But I'll be back on Tuesday. So before you go, I'm going to do a post-mortem of this project on Tuesday and kind of go through what I learned, what I wanted to get out of it. Does it actually look like the concept? Blah 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 blah, and everyone can pitch in as well. So yes, that's Tuesday. So hopefully see you then. I need to see this out, but let's just try it with the pavement. Pavement. Yeah, that's not what I want. Right, now I think it's only got a pavement material. What's on the pavement material? Is it 2-layer? Yes. Basically, I need an asset which has got, we can see, maybe the car. It's got a, it should be alright. Car A, rusted 3. Car. I know I said I'd leave this, but yeah, that looks awful. Right. Rusted 03. Right, I'm going to delete the car and delete it from here. And I'm going to re-export the car from here. And this has got, well, I mean, that's all right, isn't it? It's not great, but it will do. Export selected. Import. Does this just not want to do import latest? I hate it when this happens. Right, I'm gonna have to do it by name. C car. Okay. There we go. Import. Get rusted 3 on it. Rusted 3. Yep. And now let's have a look at, yes, so that's it. I might have to re-import everything. During on here, and you know you will do different during your next project. Well, probably action, but that's kind of what I want to cover on Tuesday, because the weekend will give me a bit of time to kind of think about, you know, look at the project as a whole and kind of list everything down so that I've got topics to come to the stream with. Right. So it works if you just do a fresh import. That's, not going to lie, a little annoying, because things like the ground has been vertex painted, and I want to retain that. Still though, it's good that just looking at that, albeit very briefly. So this has now got pavements in. I need to bring the road in as well. Yeah, so we need to bring the road in next. Export. Export. And we could put guys in, but we're not going to. I suppose we could. Oh, we don't need to, do we? We're just wasting time. Needs rebaking, the lighting. Having said that, I don't think there's much. I think I've kind of painted over everything that needed it. Right, let's save that. Take something else off. What time is it? 9, so we've done an hour. Right, what's next? Knock in meshes. Well, that's only really that sign that needs it. Whoop. So I'll do that. What's it? Sign F. Helios picture, it kind of comes out slightly. Bit more. Maybe not as exaggerated as that. Just knock this in a little bit. Maybe move these back a bit. There we go. Export. Excellent. I suppose it doesn't help at the moment that the lighting needs to be rebaked. CSHO, just tested. I've created a quick wall with window with 2 UV channels, the second being the Lightmap I would use. Once imported into UE4, I kept the auto-generate logos in, and in UE4 the model now has 3 UV channels. The 2 I created and the third range made. Just a heads up. Okay, so are you doing it through FBX? So there's 2 in here. Okay. So if we get that sign, UVs only gives me, only gives me the 2. That's really annoying. Right, well, I think the car I could probably leave. Yeah, let's leave the car. So knock-in meshes, I'm going to do that. Let's take it off. Break up mats on props. Now I think I meant, so generally materials, so that was the dumpsters and such, so I'm going to leave them. What I might do is put this rusty texture on the back windows down here, because I'm not quite happy with no, this all, yeah, so they're transparent, so they're not going to pick up, are they? Sort that. Hi Helio, how you doing? Wubba-dub-dub. I do love Rick and Morty. I'm currently just rewatching episodes from all the seasons until the next one comes out. It's like I can't get enough. I tell you what, I'm going to build the light in now because I'm stalling. I'm going to tick off break up mats because I've done that. Right, the nap decal, that should be fine, and dirty pipes. Okay, get in there guys, get in there. Yeah, it is a bit weird, but it is good. Oh my god, Major, you have to watch it, it's so good. But it's dangerous as soon as you watch one. I really like Anatomy Park in season 1. But I think it's one of those programs which has got, that works really well. You've got a main duo, and one of them is, really has kind of superpowers, or is in Rick and Morty's case is insanely clever, and it kind of opens up the world. So much like this, I think, if anyone's seen The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy on Cartoon Network, it's quite old now, but basically these two kids trick the Grim Reaper into becoming their best friend forever. So therefore, each episode they're off doing something completely ridiculous, and a bit like Rick and Morty, because this guy is like super clever, cleverest man in the universe. It kind of opens up all these different worlds without really having to explain why, which is excellent. Okay, now something's happened on the floor which has made it a bit shit. I wonder what that is, because that's not how it was before. So it needs that. Oh, maybe that was it. It just needed that tick in. Shit, I can't remember what it looked like before now. Was it light? Looks like it was. Chug, 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 chug. Maybe it is lighter. No, I think that's right. Cool. Just another thing while I'm here, skylight. Thinking about, angles I could have. I have to turn off that spotlight for it though. Anyway, enough of that. Before this scene totally breaks. Yeah, that's better. It's looking a lot better, the floor. Pickle Rick! Oh, that's a really good episode. It's from the new season. Just the bit in the sewer is fantastic. The whole stream. Right, the nap decal now. So I have got this open in my browser. This thing. Copy. That's interesting, never noticed that before. There's a green bit on the nap, on the side. So what's this? This is screen, handy. I think it's... Is it the whole thing? Yes. There we go. Export. Well, I might get rid of that because it's a little... well, we'll see. But I do need to do the decal for this, so... Looks like it's... How's this going to work? Let's get high before. Oh, I've never even heard of that. Cool. Then this kind of goes into point. This is what I like to call cheating. Then on the back it's just, oh, so there is no detail there, okay, that's fine. What if we do a 2-layer shader? That's going to be easier, I think, with this. Come on. Why are you being stupid? Yeah, fuck you. Let's just back you. Okay, right. So let's kick this out as UVs to EPS. V01. Yep. Do you plan on adding a camera previs once finished? And is that allowed? Do you have to add a fly-through video, or is this optional? I hope the fly-through is optional because I'm not going to do one for submission. I might do one for my portfolio, but not for submission. I haven't got time to, you know, get that looking at, because I don't want to do one and it look half good. There's just no point in submitting something that just looks, it kind of detracts from it. I'd rather just post a couple of images from the scene and then a breakdown of my assets and call it done. I need to open this, I need to go open, and I need to go images. Where are you? Nap. RGB. Yeah, 2K, that's fine. Multiply and lock. Okay, so now let's go again. So I need to identify. Oh crap! It now. There we go. So this front bit is where? Down here. Okay. Okay, so we be these two. No, it's not. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that? Oh, no, it is there, so maybe I just missed it. Go all the way up. Probably a bit fatter. Cool. And the C goes on these bits. So just go to Studio Plan on. Was already doing it if it was loud, but yeah. Right. So now it's right around the edge. This actually stops halfway up. So let's do that. That's better. Yep. then around the back. So this might be a bit fiddly. So this, where's this loop? Ah, down that edge, brilliant. And then so the other one is down that one. Okay. And it's quite thick, it goes to about halfway, so the midpoint. And then around the edge, so this is, okay, so it's just cutting across in a bit, but it is on the edge. Okay, so now I need to find the edge loop. Oh, so it's all, okay, so we're over there and we're down there. And then I think it's around the edge and around the whole thing again. So we just have to follow it and keep the kind of same distance, that's fine. So new, and then if we grab sorry, I need to look at that image again. Okay, I think in terms of blue, oh no, there's an inside bit, so we just need those bits. So down here. these lines. Typical, they're on different sides. Okay. Does it come in that far? Oh, a fair amount. That's fine. Okay. Probably need to make them a bit lighter. Sorry, a bit more saturated. Does that do anything? Yes, it is. Okay. And I need that CTC. Now, what was the font for that? It wasn't that, that's for sure. Commando, was it that? Yes, what a guess. Excellent. Right, so CTC and it's got something else scrolled. So let's call it network. Or are you kidding me? It hasn't got all the letters in it. Why has it gone to that? There we go. Right, brilliant. Right, so CCT needs to be like 50, if not bigger. Also needs to be white. And then this one. Probably needs to be 50. That's what that might be. That's this. 518. There we go. That needs to be white. Yep, that's fine. Let's duplicate them. Might even merge them. Yep. And then, so these need to go in the lower half of that and the top half of that. Okay, so let's just make this a grey colour. So on the side it goes in this space here. Yeah, on those bits. Okay, so about 4 polygons in the middle. Okay. this one needs to go in the lower half, something like that, perhaps closer to the edge. Actually, just leave it like that. Yeah. Cooking with gas. Don't just get this into some paint on the model by hand, or if you want to stick with Photoshop, maybe duplicate the model, make some cuts in the geo of the model and sign them with a certain colour, then bake out a quick colour map for a mask on the original model. Just a suggestion. Now you say it might have been easier to maybe have a mesh on there over the top and assign a material, but it's meant to be painted on. Yes, I could have got it into Substance Painter, but I would have been in the same boat as in, I think in terms of getting something out quickly and not making a huge deal of it. I think Photoshop and UVs was just the right way to go. Because I don't know what time I started this, but it was a bit of a match up, but this should do it. In fact, if we export this as a JPEG, diff, and then in here, so maybe just at the top of here, images, there we go. So it turns out I've got one of them the wrong way round, but maybe we need to move these just slightly down. But that's worked out quite well, I think, for just a botch job. And those are the only bits that need it, I think. Oh, and here, forgot that one. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a pain, but it's halfway, so that ain't too bad on that side. So these. So this one needs to be flipped. I think. Is that right? This one. Yeah. I'll sort that out in a minute. Where did I think that was? Down here. Oh my god, what a guess. So close though. So that's fine. to just move over the letters on that one. For some reason these just doesn't match up. No idea why either. Goes to the same place. Must be missing something. Maybe it's just a smaller UV shell, which kind of doesn't make any sense, but give that a go. See what it comes back with. And then here, oh, that's not the end of the world, is it? And you'll never see it, so from both sides at once, that's gone too far. And I still need to bring those down. These. Maybe it needs to go the other way. Maybe down again for these ones. And then it was this one, wasn't it? Nudge it forward. I suppose this is the old way. Perhaps people textured. Come on. That's not that, that's fine. That's fine. And I think I'll just move it around so it's flipped. It'll just be easier. Turn the UVs off. Probably save this as well. Nap. Paint 1. So what I might do now is I could save this as a target. Paint 1 base colour. Let's save as that for the moment, and then just grab all of this. Give this a white overlay. to just export this so that everything matches up. Then in here, re-import. Looks good. I need to take that out actually. I think it's just, Rusty is just kind of, how can I do this quickly and try not to overthink it too much and just run with it. I have a feeling it's going to be a bigger issue with these light and UVs. So if I can avoid, if I can save time now, then that's going to help. Okay, that's better. Right, so this, let's go into it. So it's on this painted metal nap. Okay, so if we go to our materials, painted metal nap, and then change this to a 2-layer. Two-layer. Then import type, date, base color, yes. Oh shit. Sorry, delete. In the wrong bit, and also what I should do is fill. Whoa, not with that colour. Odd. Why is the blue so different? If I just do a copy of that. Not sure what the problem there was. Save this. Cancel. Save target. Exports. Paint. Then in here, import that base color paint. Excellent. Bring this in here. And then these all need to be the same painted. Painted. Scroll. Painted metal height. Steel battered normal. Steel. Oh shit. Or maybe they should be swapped. What is that? Steel battered. Steel battered. And painted metal. This is painted metal again. Okay. Right, so it hasn't retained. What if I... okay, so UV tile needs to be... Yes, that's correct. Okay, so it might be worth making its own nap material in Substance. So I think I've got one. A spare. Is that the spare? Might be. So this can be nap. OBJ. Cool. So save that, and then in here, edit. Balls hasn't come in. Unless it didn't export properly, which could be also correct. Export. Just bring it in objects. There we go. Nap. Excellent. So nap needs painted metal. What's in here? Painted steel. Copy layers. Nap, 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 nap. Paste layers. Okay. And then we need to pull in what we had before. So in here, say this is a ping. Images, paint, diff. Ooh. Oh shit. And then paint mask. To import my textures. This one, import resources. Diff, mask, texture, import, fill. So on this I want this. Oh crap. 1. And I also want opacity. Is that added one in? Height, roughness, metallic, normal. Ah, no, it did, sorry. Add opacity. Turn that on. Take off. I may as well leave that for the moment. Has that done anything? No, not by the looks of it. Add black mask. It's been a while since I've done this. No, wait, hold on that. No, that's not right. We'll get another fill. Base color 1. it might be that we just, in fact, you know what, it's going to be easier, less faffing about, if we just get rid of that, save this as a target, or a super, maybe the super PNG will work here. To save transparency, okay, import, add resources, diff2, texture into this project. Okay. Yep, there we go. That did it. Excellent. Right, let's delete that, and let's delete that. So let's go into the height, yes, and into the normal. We don't need an opacity anymore. Metallic, we'll just leave that off, and roughness. I suppose we don't need that for the moment. So I want to dial down the height. I also want to dial down the normal. Doesn't really matter with them. Okay, and then the painted metal. So where are you? You're that one. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, that's fine. Base colour, so it could probably be knocked down a bit in colour. So if we add this time if we add a mask, and in the mask we add, I don't know, a fill. And then in there we just bung in it's a bit hardcore, but something like that. And then what I also might do is in Photoshop just make this all not as bright. So bring the saturation down a bit. And the colour, so let's put those above there. G E D G E, select color range. Okay, group 1, mask, invert, hide, hue and saturation. So actually it might be better if we put a solid colour, and it's kind of, you know, just off white. think that might be better. Super PNG. And then in here, if we go to textures, this one, reload. Is anything happening? Did that do anything? Anything at all? Was it a PNG or was it a... I'm sure it was a PNG. Maybe it just needs to be a bit more. Super, yes, yes, reload, do some star jumps. Don't know why this isn't really reloading. What if we bung this on here? It's not really. Who even knows, but that'll do for the moment, and we know that that is all in the right place. So let's first of all save that file. What are we on? 10 past 10. Get in there, guys. Get in there. Once this is done. So dirty pipes, maybe thin out those curves on the neon lights, maybe. Steam VFX, so if anyone knows anything about VFX in Unreal, that would be pretty handy. Oh shit. Okay, I want the nap to come out at 2K. Nap 1, yeah, that's all fine. Export. I think I've been added to some kind of... I'm in London at the weekend. With some friends who I haven't seen. Well, I suppose I saw them quite recently, but they're very old friends, and it's generally a bit of a big night. So it would be a nice kind of celebration for the end of this project, although it will be for different reasons. One of them has just got engaged. That's been exported, hopefully. Right, so I need to go back to Modo and make sure that, suppose that the nap, so all of this, all of, I suppose this, that's all one. So wherever this is, metal 1, so this could be, let's just undo that and just do the what we know. So this is nap. Everything else remains the same. And now we export it. Now we re-import it. Import. Awesome. It's glow in the dark. Right, so now we just want the nap. So I want to move this back to one layer. Oh shit. One layer. I can't remember what the tint was. It's going to be something like that. Okay. Screen. That's not particularly handy. So open that up again. No, definitely not. Oh, no, both screens. That's weird. Okay, well, sure. That will work out in a minute. So now I need to do a duplicate of this. Call it nap 01. And in here we need to, oh shit, get this on the right one. Import all the nap stuff. Storm my room. What are you doing in there? Exercise? Okay, bring that in. Yes, okay, so that's all good already. Get the height in, get the normal in, get this in. Save. Back to nap A. Wrong one. Piss. Not too bad. So if anything, it needs tone it down in the what do you call it? In the old colour. Yeah, it needs massively desaturating. So let's just add a filter onto the colour. Blur, not that, colour balance. Hue saturation. Oh, I don't know what the difference is between them. Yeah, I don't think that image is updating. I think that's it. I wonder what actually the other one did. Okay, I think that might be a bit better actually. Yes, much better. Let's run back to normal. Yeah, it only needs to be subtle on the paint. Right, cool. Save. See you later, Major. Have a good one. Yeah, I'll be a bit more active on Discord this weekend because hopefully this will be done. But yes, have a good rest of the week. Export. Sorry, I'm not being very chatty tonight. I think I suppose I'm getting to the the stage of need to get stuff done now. I've now got M4 fonts on the suicide mission. Re-import. Now that metal is very dark, so we need to tweak that in here. Paint color needs to be lighter. And then in here again. Oh my god, much better. Okay, it's been through the walls a bit, but that's not the end of the world. And I think I need to make the saturation a bit better on here. Yeah, that's much better. Brilliant. Oh, much happier with that now. It actually looks like an actual asset as opposed to just something that's just there, which is really good. Right, dirty the pipes, thin out the curves. Well, let's have a look at these pipes then. And let's give this a save. Ooh, did someone just give me a follow? Something happened, I got a buzz through. Thanks, whoever that was. Here's two vids that may help with getting that steam effect. I've still to mess around more with particles in U4, so I can't give much advice, but I'm pretty sure following those vids with a few adjustments, you could come up with major maybe adjustments. You could come up with some nice looking steam effect using particles. Here, yeah, signed up for this challenge also about 2 weeks ago, and since I've been busy as hell, now I literally got a couple of days, gonna have to power through some stuff. It's looking really good. Cheers, and thanks for those links. Actually, I'll open those now. Oh, that's short as well. Excellent. I will check those out once I've had a look at these pipes. That's next on my list, I think. So I just want a bit of breakup. I think the only way I can do it is just to paint some vert stuff on, and then use just whatever's in the shader, just play about with stuff so that we can kind of get a bit of a handle on on the roughness and things like that, and just see what comes out. I think that's all I can really do with it. So now if we look at this lit, so there's no real difference, that's fine. So where's it good? Probably on this corner. Okay, so it comes out shinier at the moment. Steel battered. Okay, so maybe take that off. What if that's doing something. than normal, which is giving us some breakup. It's kind of hard to see because it's so dark. Okay, they're a bit too corroded now, but I can see a bit more of what's going on, which is good. So